People come from all over the world to see this, so if it's in your own backyard, it's a shame if you don't. We began building decks after the original cave collapse back in the 20s, so we have a pretty long tradition of it. And what's involved is just a lot of physical labor, a lot of carrying the wood, cutting things by hand, hammering nails with just, hammer and nails, and you got to be able to climb around down the rocks. We usually try to start by April 1st. It really depends on when all this ice starts to melt away out here, and typically it'll take 5 or 6 weeks to get the whole thing done. It doesn't really surprise me because I know how we are, but a lot of people are amazed. They don't believe that, us 5 or 6 guys do all this by hand. A lot of people think we have helicopters or boats to help us.
Well, the tourists are pretty much in awe, and we do get a lot of questions about the construction of the walkway. They'll come out here and they'll see the ice as it is now. It's probably about 40 feet high right now, and it's late spring. During the winter months, it gets up to 100 feet high. And if they don't make the connection with the ice sitting on wood, it would destroy it. So we tell them that we have to completely dismantle the walkway, or else the ice would destroy it, and they still can't make that connection, but we're patient here. The amount of wood that is ordered every year varies from around $5,000 to $10,000 worth, and that includes 2x4s, 2x8s, rough cut bridge boards, and after all that's done, we have to bring it all down by hand. Sometimes we're handling this wood as much as 10 times.
We use almost all hand tools, and the reason for that is expensive power tools and stuff are too easily damaged out here, and they slow us down. If you have like battery operator, even cords and stuff, they get hooked in the rocks, the batteries burn out. It's just, we're all more comfortable with the hand tools. Makes the work a lot easier. You don't have to worry about your tools getting damaged.
They're all just basic hand tools. Hammers, saws, and a level, and a pouch full of nails, and away you go. That's pretty much comes out of your head. You build it as you go along. The plan is really just to get it built, wherever you can. You do get years where the rocks will get shifted around, so it changes it up a little bit. One of our goals is to get you as close to the base of the falls as we possibly can.
A lot of it is dictated by the terrain. There's certain rocks that we can't go up and over, and we try and find spots where we can build a nice level tour. Other than that, a lot of times it's just based on ideas that we come up with from the past season. We see either a problem with the tour or somewhere where we can get a little bit better angle or view of the falls, and we'll adjust to that each year. And I think every year we come up with a little bit better tour.
Well, we come up with our basic start off going down the stairs here. And then we visualize, once we're at the bottom, we visualize the landscape on what the ice will move the rocks around, where the white water is. It changes from year to year, so we do have to visualize on that.
Well, everything, it's really just freestanding on the rocks, so you have to find a firm seat for each leg. There's not going to be a set place for you to put it. You're not going to know exactly how things are going to lie out until you get down in there and usually try a few spots. Just got to wedge things in there tight. It's all just freestanding. Well, it's really all in the guys' heads. There's not really a set plan. The rocks are going to be a little different out here every year. So there's just kind of a basic idea of where we want things to go, and it gets plotted as we go along, piece by piece. It comes out different every time.
As far as the construction part, we mostly got to get out there in the white water and work as a team and build this stuff. The 6 guys who are on the crew, we all hang out together, we do stuff together, so we know pretty much what everybody's going to do before they do it, which is an important part of building this, because if we didn't work together as a team, somebody would get hurt. We can swing around with a piece of wood most of the time and know we're not going to catch anybody in the head with it because we know exactly where they are at all times.
Some of the most, compared to today's paradise down here in our construction scenario, the most extreme condition would be probably up by the hurricane deck, up along the whitewater. We're probably around waist to chest deep in the whitewater.
Well, we haven't faced them quite yet, as you can see where we're at, but within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be out in that whitewater. At the time we're in it, the water will be anywhere from 36 to 42, 45 degrees, which is extremely cold, not uncommon to be up to your armpits in it, working over your head. Nah, all the way around the far side of the tour, we're looking at that.
Well, the mist is cold, and we get down in the water, and once you get wet, you got to stick with it. You can't go back and change, so that's probably the hardest part is the coldness, and there's also just the physical labor of carrying things. And
well, right now it's not too extreme, but once we get out in the whitewater, no matter what the weather's like, we're going to be getting soaking wet all the time. It gets through our rain gear no matter what we wear. And that river water is still in the 30s, so it's freezing cold. For me, that's the biggest hardship. Other than that, it's just a lot of real hard physical work, carrying heavy wood and dealing with the rough conditions on the rocks and stuff.
The toughest part is just the cold. You know, like anything, you know, you get down in 40-degree water, you can only take so much for so long, then you get back out. And then we'll dry off, warm up, and do it all over again. Once in a while, someone will go in. That's about all. No real bad injuries. We haven't killed anybody down here yet either. You know, we're pretty safe working together. We know what we're going to be doing out there.
Like anybody who's ever been on the building crew knows, it's kind of addictive. You know, you get the feeling of accomplishment at the end of each building season, and that keeps you coming back every year. All summer long, people are telling you how great this thing that you built is, so it gives you a pretty good feeling about your job, and that's why I like doing it.
It's just that kind of experience every day. You meet people. I've lived here all my life and never been down there. You know, well, you're missing out on something spectacular and you're so close. You know, come down and see it.